All right, so today we're going to be looking at some of the biggest scientific and technological breakthroughs of 2024.
Yeah, looking at that article from The Atlantic, the most important breakthroughs of 2024.
Exactly. That's the one. So consider this your cheat sheet
Yeah.
or like a highlight reel of the year's biggest aha moments.
Definitely some really amazing advancements covered in this piece.
Um, yeah, and one of the coolest ones that I saw, and it's something that could really change things in the fight against HIV,
Oh, yeah.
is this new drug, Lenacapavir. Have you heard about this?
Absolutely. I think it's generating a lot of buzz in the medical community, and for good reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just another treatment. It actually, blocks the virus from infecting cells in the first place.
Right. It's about prevention, not just managing the disease.
Exactly. And it works in a really fascinating way, too.
Yeah, the key is how it targets those capsid proteins, which basically act as a protective shell around the HIV virus.
So it's like disarming the virus before it can even.
Yeah, you could think of it like taking away the virus's shield,
That's a good analogy.
making it much harder to spread and infect new cells.
And I read that in trials, it was almost 100% effective in preventing infection.
Yeah, in some demographics, they saw like 96% efficacy and even 100% in certain groups, which is just,
Incredible. I mean, that's a game changer.
it really is promising. And what's even more interesting is that this method, this capsid targeting approach, could potentially be applied to other viruses as well.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so think about a virus like cytomegalovirus, CMV, which is a major concern for transplant patients. This kind of approach could open up a whole new avenue for developing antiviral therapies for all sorts of diseases.
So this one discovery could have, like ripple effects across a whole bunch of different, diseases.
Absolutely, and that's what makes these breakthroughs so exciting to follow. You never know where they might lead.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a chain reaction of innovation. And speaking of pushing boundaries, let's shift gears from the microscopic world to the vastness of space.
Okay, I like it.
Have you seen that footage of SpaceX catching a rocket booster midair?
Oh, yeah, that was
I
amazing.
mean, it looks crazy. It
Yeah.
looks like something out of a movie. A giant rocket comes screaming back to Earth, and these
Yeah.
massive robotic arms just kind of pluck it out of the sky. I mean, how does that even work?
Well, it's a marvel of engineering for sure. This chopsticks system, as they call it, is a major step towards full rocket reusability.
Okay, so this is like the beginning of we can launch rockets into space and then bring them back, intact, ready to fly again.
Exactly.
That would totally change the game. I mean, it would make space travel way cheaper, right?
Absolutely. Right now, launching things into space is incredibly expensive, but if we can reuse rockets multiple times, the cost could plummet.
And that just opens up so many possibilities, right? I mean, it's like we're entering a new era of space exploration where the sky's not even the limit anymore.
I mean, who knows what's next to moon bases? Asteroid mining, space tourism, possibilities seem endless.
Yeah. Pretty exciting time to be following space exploration. But for our next breakthrough, let's bring things back down to Earth. Well, sort of.
Okay, where are we going now?
We're going to dive into the mind-bending world of quantum computing now. I know this one can be a little tricky to wrap your head around.
Yeah, it's a bit of a head scratcher for sure.
Yeah, I'll admit quantum computing always makes me feel like I need to brush up on my, physics a little bit.
Don't worry, I'll try to break it down for us.
Okay, perfect.
So let's start with the basics. The computers we use every day rely on bits, which can be either a 0 or a 1.
Got it.
But quantum computers use qubits, which can be in a state called superposition.
Superposition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. It basically means that a qubit can be both a 0 and a 1 at the same time.
It's kind of a mind-bending concept.
A little bit.
But this allows quantum computers to perform calculations in a fundamentally different way than traditional computers.
So it's not just about speed.
No, it's about tackling problems that would take classical computers billions of years to solve.
Yeah, I remember reading about that Google's quantum computer solving a complex math problem in just 5 minutes. And that same problem would take in a supercomputer longer than the entire age of the universe.
That's right. And that's just a glimpse of what quantum computing is capable of.
It's pretty crazy. But how does all this translate into real-world applications?
That's the big question, isn't it? While quantum computing is still in its early stages, it has the potential to revolutionize fields like material science and drug discovery.
Oh, wow. So instead of just running simulations, we could actually model how molecules behave at the quantum level.
Exactly. And that could lead to more efficient and effective drugs, new materials with incredible properties.
Wow.
The possibilities are really vast.
It sounds like the potential for quantum computing is truly limitless, which is kind of awe-inspiring, but also a little intimidating,
Understandably so. It's a powerful technology, but the fact that we're even having these conversations shows how far we've come. And speaking of pushing the boundaries of understanding, let's talk about another mind-blowing field, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, AI, it's everywhere these days.
It really is, and it's advancing at an incredible pace.
It's changing the world as we know it, right?
Absolutely, and we're just getting started.
From writing emails to, diagnosing diseases, it's already having a huge impact on our lives.
You're right. AI is rapidly becoming an integral part of our world, and one area that's seen particularly remarkable progress is generative AI,
Generative AI.
especially in the field of transformer technology.
Okay, I've heard that term, transformer technology, but I'm not entirely sure what it means. Can you give us like a quick explanation?
Sure, imagine you have a complex sentence in English.
Okay.
A transformer model can break down that sentence into its individual components, understand the relationships between those components, and use that understanding to generate entirely new sentences that follow the same rules of grammar and meaning.
So it's not just about like spitting out pre-programmed responses.
Right.
It's about actually understanding the underlying structure of language and using that knowledge to create something new.
Precisely.
It's pretty amazing.
And now researchers are starting to apply this same concept to other complex systems,
Oh, really? So like what?
like, believe it or not, DNA.
DNA, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Are there any specific research projects exploring this idea of AI understanding the language of our genes?
There is one in particular that has really caught my eye. It's called EVO, and it's an AI model developed by a team at the Arc Institute, Stanford University, and UC Berkeley.
Okay.
They trained EVO on millions of genomes, allowing it to analyze and predict DNA sequences.
So Evo can actually read and interpret the genetic code. I mean, what kind of potential applications does that have?
Well, think about it. If we can understand the language of DNA, we can potentially rewrite it. EVO has already been used to design a brand new protein capable of gene editing, similar to what CRISPR does, but with potentially even greater precision.
Wow. So instead of just tweaking existing genes, we could potentially design entirely new ones with specific functions. It's like we're not just reading the book of life anymore. We're starting to write our own chapters.
That's a great analogy. We're moving from simply understanding biology to actually engineering it. And while this technology is still in its early stages, it has the potential to revolutionize medicine, agriculture, and even our understanding of life itself.
It's mind-blowing to think about the possibilities, but I also can't help but wonder about the potential risks. Messing with the very building blocks of life seems like a pretty big deal.
You're absolutely right. With any powerful technology comes a responsibility to use it wisely. It's crucial that we have open and honest discussions about the ethical implications of these advancements and ensure they are used for the benefit of humanity.
Yeah, we need to make sure these breakthroughs are used responsibly and that everyone benefits from them, not just a select few. It's not just about the science. It's about the impact it has on society as a whole.
That's such an important point, and it applies to all the breakthroughs we've discussed today, whether it's preventing HIV, making space travel more accessible, or harnessing the power of quantum computing. It's crucial to consider the broader implications and ensure these advancements contribute to a better future for everyone.
Speaking of the future, all this talk about, groundbreaking technology
Mm-hmm.
really makes you think about what's next. I mean, if we've already come this far, what else is possible? What other incredible discoveries await us in the years to come?
It truly is an exciting time to be alive. We're witnessing an unprecedented acceleration of scientific and technological progress, and it's impossible to predict where it will lead us. But one thing's for sure, the journey will be full of surprises, challenges, and hopefully solutions to some of humanity's biggest problems.
It's really interesting how interconnected all these breakthroughs are.
Mm.
It's like each new discovery kind of sparks a chain reaction leading to even more innovation in seemingly unrelated fields.
It's like a giant web of knowledge constantly expanding and evolving. For instance, advancements in AI are helping to accelerate research in quantum computing, while breakthroughs in materials science are paving the way for more efficient rockets. It's a beautiful symphony of human ingenuity.
It's a reminder that even though these breakthroughs might seem, complex and specialized, they're all part of a larger story, a story of human progress and our quest to understand the world around us. And that story is still being written.
Absolutely. Every day, brilliant minds around the world are pushing the boundaries of what we know and what we thought was possible. And that, I believe, is the most inspiring aspect of it all.
Yeah, it's a testament to the power of human curiosity and, our relentless pursuit of knowledge. And while we might not have all the answers yet, the journey itself is filled with wonder and possibility.
That's a perfect way to put it. The journey is just as important as the destination. And with every new discovery, we're opening up new pathways to explore and new questions to ask.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the most important breakthroughs of 2024. It's been an incredible journey exploring the frontiers of science and technology.
It has been a privilege to share these insights with you. Hopefully, we've sparked your curiosity and given you a glimpse into the incredible potential of human ingenuity.
But before we sign off, I want to leave you with one final thought. We've talked about the incredible advancements in AI, but the truth is the most powerful tool we have is our own human minds.
That's a profound thought. While technology can amplify our abilities, it's our creativity, our compassion, and our unwavering desire to make the world a better place that truly drives progress.
So as you go about your day, remember that you too have the power to make a difference. Keep asking questions, keep learning, keep exploring, and never underestimate the power of your own imagination.
Beautifully said, and who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one making the next groundbreaking discovery that changes the world.
Until next time, keep that spark of curiosity alive.
Farewell and keep exploring.
It's amazing to think about all the work that goes on behind the scenes, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Like we often talk about these breakthroughs as if they just, magically appear.
Right, like they happen overnight.
But there's a whole universe of hard work and dedication and collaboration behind each one.
It's so true. It's easy to focus on the wow factor of the end result,
Yeah.
but there are countless individuals who contribute to these advancements.
Yeah. Think about all the scientists, the engineers, the researchers who are pushing the boundaries of knowledge every single day.
They're the unsung heroes for sure.
Totally. And it's not just about, individual brilliance either. It's about teamwork, collaboration, the willingness to share knowledge and build upon each other's ideas.
Couldn't agree more. It's a collective effort that drives these breakthroughs.
It really highlights the power of the human spirit, our collective drive to explore, to understand, and to make the world a better place.
And that drive is what fuels progress, right? It's what inspires us to overcome challenges, think outside the box, and keep pushing forward, even when things get tough.
It's like that famous quote from Albert Einstein. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing.
Such a great quote, and it's so relevant to what we're talking about, that constant desire to learn, to explore, to push the boundaries of what we know.
Yeah, and this deep dive has left me feeling incredibly optimistic about the future.
Me too. There's something so hopeful about witnessing these incredible advancements despite all the challenges we face as a species.
It's like a beacon of light, showing us what's possible when we put our minds together and strive for something greater than ourselves.
Beautifully said. It's a reminder that human potential is limitless.
So on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this incredible journey into the world of scientific breakthroughs.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you.
And to all our listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the most important breakthroughs of 2024. We hope you enjoyed exploring the frontiers of science and technology with us.
And remember, the future is full of possibilities. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep that spark of curiosity alive.
Until next time.
Farewell.